Hi all. Right, welcome back to Enemy Action Kharkov, Soviet Soul, Take 2 Part 72, I believe. So we're getting near the end of the turn. We have these 3 cards left in our hand. The Germans still have a few cards, but I don't think we've managed things well again. Yeah, and well, our attempt here, it did do something, but we paid the price for that something. I mean, just got him retreated 1 hex, but that was it. That was all we done. Okay, anyway. Right, so let's move on. Let's get the next German impulse. I'm hoping things aren't going to happen down here, I suppose. Well, something's got to happen. I'm hoping these Rouse units don't get deployed, and I'm hoping, yeah, there's only so much you can hope for, I think, isn't there? Right, let's get the next card anyway. Let's see what they're going to do. Okay, it's 48 Panzer Corps again. So, well, I say again. No, it was 2nd SS last time, wasn't it? Yeah, they've actually not gone. Or did they not repair recently? Yeah, I think that was it. I think it was a repair, wasn't it? Anyway, so deploy. They've nothing to deploy. Activate. Oh, this is a Kampf Group one. Well, that's better for us. It means, I think, 4 units are going to activate rather than 6. So I think that's better. Right, so activate the 48 core unit. With the most 48 core units, it's 2x radius, and all those units, and all units stat with those units. Yeah, I don't think that's going to help them either, so that's good. Okay, well, we'll see what they're going to do. So up the top end of the map again. Let's say we've got 3 here and 1 there. I think these were the units that repaired. Yeah, I remember now. I was moaning about the fact that it's all mechanised units. Both them and the 2nd SS have, isn't it? Right, that's a 2nd SS. That's a 2nd SS. But I think this other guy's a 48th. Yeah. But being the Kampf group, it's only going to activate. Well, it's going to activate these because there's 4 here. If it went there, it'd activate 2. Units. So the Kampf group's going to be down here. So these 4 units are going to activate. There's nothing else. They do have 3 eliminated units from that core. Nothing hiding, is there? No, don't believe so. So it's these 4 units that are going to activate. We're still on turn 7. So let's go through the procedure again. They're not behind Soviet lines. Both the stats can trace supply. Move down a little bit, I think. A week in. Right, move to VPX. Move to German VPX. Only offensive garrison. Yada yada yada. So yeah, this is one that, yeah, if the unit had been here on its own, it could have moved back to here, and then we would have been proximate to that. But we've been through all that. But I think this well, you've got the city up the top there. But yeah, if I was to move to that city, I don't think I can reach that anyway. No Soviet unit would be proximate. Same if I moved one of these units back to here. No Soviet unit would be proximate. So we can skip on by that and draw 2 action cards. And I might need to shuffle here, I think. Yeah, I've got 1 card available, and then I'll need to shuffle the deck to get the 2nd one. So give me a sec. Right, so what did we get? Fighting withdrawal and attack. Okay, I don't think this is going to be what they wanted to see. So attack first though. So let's have a look at that. I'm not so sure that's one that just looks well. Mind you, it's got a fair big stack here, isn't it? So situational strength of active unit stack greater than or equal to 2 times proximate Soviet unit stack. So like I say, I think these were the ones that repaired. So we've got 11 in there. 11. Ooh, is this not 5? I want to say. It is. Ooh, okay. However, he's got Yeah, he's getting a +2 though, isn't he? So what have we got here to adjust the situation? The command card's only a 2, so that's not going to come into it. It's not major offensive, that's not coming into it. This guy has an IP, so he's getting a +1 for that, and he's got a defender adjacent. He's adjacent to a supplied Soviet unit, so he's got a +1 for that. So he's actually 7, not 5. So 11 against 7 is not 2 to 1, not 2 times. And this stack's even bigger, isn't it? This is 9, and we'd get a +1 as well. So that's not going to work. I'm pretty sure he could probably get up to these guys, but they're 8. Don't have any modifications, however. But so 8, 9, and situationally is situationally for them all 8, 9, and 7. Yeah, that's no good. So can they go elsewhere? They can't really. That was really the 3 things that they can look at, and that, I suppose that's why I've done that, put them there. But yeah, maybe do have this guy down here on his own. That's in it broken. So it's 1, 2, 3 to break into there. 4, 5, 6. He's they're 1 short. Oh, that's a pity, because they might. Well, the thing is, all 3 of them. Oh no, they wouldn't be opening a gap actually. If they all moved out of that hex, that would be fine, I think. Because these are still locking things in. Well, but it doesn't look like they can make it, Grant. They can't move straight into that hex, so I've got to break zone of control into the broken. That's the best I can do. So that is 3, and then 4, 5, 6. I'm 1 short of that. Yeah, so no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I'll tell you what. They can get into there. What have we got in here? I think we boosted this as well. Boosted this a bit, didn't we? Or did we? Well, we added on our unit at some point. So that is actually a 5 +1 +2. So that's a 7 as well. So even if all 3 of the units couldn't move into there as well, because that would overstart that hex. So yeah, I don't think I can see anything that can go for there, but I'm just going to pause and have a wee look myself. No, I can't see anything. And sorry, I should have been checking. This is the lead unit. This is unit selector number 2. 2, 4, and a 7. And it's in ascending order, so we'll be checking that guy first. So, and then we've got this guy who's active as well, but I mean, he probably can get down to this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can get down to this guy. But it's 3 against 3, so it's only 1 to 1. He doesn't get any modifications written off. Yeah, I mean, if these guys could have come down, then maybe something would have happened. So no, yeah, nothing's happening with the attack on that. So we'll move on. Fight and withdrawal. It's been a while since we've seen this, I think. Situation: active units surrounded and adjacent to a hex in German supply, or in which the unit would not be surrounded. Well, these guys are not surrounded. None of them are surrounded. Yeah, they're not surrounded, Grant. So let's just move on. So 2 cards that have done nothing, 2 action cards that have done nothing for them. I mean, okay, they're only activating 4 units this time, so moving on, action step 5, my favourite. I've been paused having a look here before I started that. Move to hex and removes dangerous sound from German unit. In hex and Soviet support, or what is it? Enable supply trace from a German occupied hex. Well, the Germans have a really good line here, right the way down here. This guy was in dangerous round for quite some time, but that last activation of 2nd SS fixed that by moving this unit. I think, was he here and he moved into here or something like that? Or he might have just been here and moved into here and removed the dangerous round from him. So, and there's nothing else there that I can see that's in dangerous round, or for that matter cannot trace supply. That these two stacks of units could help out with, you know. Yeah, everyone can trace supply. Yeah, this guy can. I mean, we know this guy way down here cannot, but they can't help out with that. They're far too far away for any of that. So, yeah. Right, sorry, I've been sitting on pause there for quite some time. So I think we had decided nothing was in, that we could remove dangerous round from anything, or enable a supply trace, can't we? Yeah, everything's okay. I mean, apart from this guy down here, but like I say, we can't really get anywhere near to help him. Actually, you wouldn't be able to help him get supply, I don't think. He's going to have to do it himself by getting closer, I think. Well, yeah, I suppose if you go... Oh, hang on a minute. I never looked at that. See that these things can just catch you out, eh? Look at this. Remember I was going to... Well, I suppose I've advanced it. I would have still... I wasn't allowed to advance them because they were reinforced battles. But I was going to advance them into here. I'm just looking at how this road is for supply, but it's still not. Yeah, they're still not able to get down through that anyway. Even if I had advanced them, it still would have blocked the hex. However, that's the sort of situation that if I did move them in, he could then move into there and then enable a supply trace along this road and then up there. And that guy would end up being back in supply by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto this road here and down, and you know. Anyway, it's still intact, but you've got to watch these things, I think, right? Right, so I think we can move on to step 6. Move proximate to empty Soviet hex if not already proximate. No, I mean there is a couple over here that are empty, but it's not a way of getting through here to get proximate. We've still got a decent enough line there holding things. So yeah, no, none of that. 7, move to hex that causes surround the Soviet unit. Probably not as well then, because again, the line's quite tight and try to get around the back. We certainly can't really go up and round the back of that. You need to get into this hex here, which I think some of the other units were unable to do as well. And well, here's one, but I think, is he not surrounded as he is? I think he is, isn't he? Yeah, he's already surrounded. So yeah, so I don't think there's any of that either. And then the last step is, if not, well, apart from removing dispersal, if not adjacent to Soviet unit, move closer to nearest. So it looks like we're maybe not doing anything here, which is sort of worrying, because the event is air interdiction. Oh, yeah, that is going to be annoying. Because I do still definitely want to make an... Well, in fact, that's my next activation, isn't it? Yuck. That's not good. So are we right in saying that they can't do anything then? There was nothing on the action cards, was there? fighting withdrawal and attack. Yeah, they couldn't do any of that. Approximate 10 to Soviet hex. Cause surround, if not adjacent, well they are adjacent. Can't see anything that can get surrounded. No, I don't think there's anything they can do. Which means we're then going to look at the card again and carry out the next step, which is air interdiction. And we know how horrible that is. I mean, okay, it's coming at the end of the impulse, which isn't so bad. So air interdiction, remove Soviet forward support marker from the map, F2 markers, yada yada yada. But there's only the one marker. So I think they're going to do that. They're going to take away our Soviet support. And yeah, that is going to affect our next impulse. Okay, well, like I say, it could have been worse if it had been nearer the beginning of the turn. We do only have 2 more impulses we're going to use, and one of them is going to be out of Soviet support now. The other one is not though, so okay. Right, well I should be able to just push on, because that ended up being quite quick, even though I'd still dragged it into 16 minutes. Okay, well, might as well just keep the camera up here, because pretty sure this is what we're doing next. We've got the last few cards all sorted, and then we're going to do this next as our last impulse of the turn. So what are we going to do here though? Yeah, we had talked to possibly activating this as one of the stacks and then trying to get on the road here, but these units have moved down now as well, so another temptation could be going for one of the dispersed units, but I think I looked at all that. I think the best idea is to try and go for this guy. So let me just double check that out of Soviet support. I know chips can affect it, but what are the other downsides? Can we... well, we're not going to play a card anyway, I don't think. Yeah, so it would be an unsupported attack, because we're outside the Soviet support, and we would not be allowed to play combat tactics. Well, I hadn't planned to, and certain combat chits apply to unsupported Soviet attack or defence. Can't place reserves. Yeah, that's fine. Can't do replacements. Can't do IPs. Okay, well, we're going to have to take our chances with it, really. Yeah. Okay, so I mean, I think the best way to do it is to... yeah, that's only 4 strength as well. The best way to do it, that's 12. That would be 17 to 3, which is 5 to 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chip pools, pretty decent. 4, 8, 12, 15, 16. I suppose using these infantry would be just the same, like, but it's better having armour on the battle, surely, isn't it, Grant? So this is my one stack that I'm going to activate, and this is the other stack, and this guy's going to go 1, 2. Oh, he's in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at that! All through broken hexes. I needed all that movement to get around there. Right, and then we get in behind them, flank them, surround them, and we attack. So this is 4, 8, 12, all 2-steppers, and another 5, 17 with a 3-stepper. So we get 12, 17 against 3. Yeah, one short of 6 to 1, but well, I can only activate 2 stacks, so that's that, Grant. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. 5 to 1's fine. Well, I hope it is. You need a better attack than the last one. So 5 to 1, and then chip pools are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So it's all the 5s. Okay, let's say got him surrounded, we've got armour, he's in a clear hex. We are unsupported though, we've got to remember that one. So we can't play combat tactics. Right, Germans do get to play a combat tactic though. Let's hope this doesn't cause too much pain. Oof, Panzer Battalion and air power. 4th Panzer Army card though, so again, you know, it could be good, could be bad. Well, yeah, I mean it's good from the fact that that would have been their next impulse. And I don't think the core Rouse units apply when deploying reserves, do they? I think they're only part of the 4th Panzer Army when they're on the map. So it would have been activating 4th Panzer Army Kampfgruppe. Yeah, right, what is Panzer... No, this is bad, isn't it? Panzer Battalion's bad. It's going to give them armour and increase their strength. Add 2 to the combat strength of a German attack. Add 1 to the strength of German defence. So he's going from 3 to 4. What do we have? 17, 4. Okay, the odds are only dropping to 4 to 1 then. It's not quite so bad. It's still not great. And now he's got armour in the battle too, isn't he? Oh no. Add 2 to combat strength of a German attack. Add 1 to the strength of a German defence. This adds German armour to the combat if not already present. From turn 5 onwards, if the attacked hex is not in Soviet support, disregard the first hit incurred by the Germans. Yuck. Damn. So they're getting to ignore a hit now as well. So their strength is 4, we had 17 against 4. That is 4 to 1, still 5 chip pools, and they get air power as well. Yeah, this is not being a good... Well, let's draw the chits and find out, I suppose. Right, so it's 2 minimum, 5 maximum, so I'll get the first 2 and we'll see where we stand. Okay, well that's annoying, because we don't have 5 to 1, we have 4 to 1 now. So that would have applied. I was panicking a bit looking for unsupported, but it's not. It's dispersed unsupplied. It's got defender adjacent, but he is not. Yeah, we need flank attack. We need 4 to 1. Well, he is going to take a step. We only need D3 to eliminate. Well, let's not talk eliminate, but his first retreat is going to cause a step loss as well. So I just feel like this is probably not going to get us anywhere. But, oh, he's got a hit he's going to ignore, isn't he? I wonder if I should maybe just stop. The thing is, if where would he retreat to? I want to know where he's retreating to, because if he's retreating to here, I think I'm going to stop. Bear in mind, we need D2 to get him. No, in fact, I've only got 3 chits to come. D2 might not even retreat him, because he's going to ignore the first one. I need to know where he's going to retreat. Where is the arrow going? There's no arrow. Yeah, there is. It's coming down the way, isn't it? I need to check this. Hang on. Okay, so he would retreat into woods actually, because the first priority is German VP hex. Second one, not in dangerous around. Well, each one of these 3 hexes are still going to be in dangerous around. And C would be woods terrain, so he would retreat into one of these 2. So that's what I want. And then direction opposite forward arrow. Well, that's going that way. So it probably picked the lowest numbered hex. So I think it would be here where he would retreat to. As long as it's coming that way and not that way, because I don't want to stop this guy that's isolated. I mean, yeah, we've still got the risk of these other Rouse units appearing, and I have no idea where they're going to go. I could probably sit and work that one out. So does that mean it's worthwhile me carrying on, or here's the other thing: if I stop now, then I've got that guy surrounded. he's going to go into low supply. He's going to go out of supply, sorry. Whereas if he does get to retreat, he's going to be able to, if he retreats into here, he's going to then be able to trace supply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, sorry, I know that's just off camera, but he can. Because let's say I hit D3 with the next 3 chits. He ignores 1. He's then going to retreat. Mind you, he does take a step also when he retreats. I'm going to stop, I think. I don't think it's worth the risk, this. Because the likelihood of me getting D3 is pretty unlikely, and that's going to guarantee a retreat and a step loss, and then he'll retreat again and be dispersed. He'll still be able to trace supply from where he ends, and that's me getting the best I can hope for, D3. And if I only get D2, that reduces to D1. He's going to do a hold check. I dare say he might still retreat, but he's going to take a step loss when he does, so that boosts his chances of not retreating and just sitting there. Just 3 chip pools, and the fact he's got air power, we're only at 4-1, we're unsupported, but then you took the attack on, Grant, so isn't it silly to... I'm not so sure it is. I think I'm going to stop, yeah. I'm going to stop, and then hopefully this guy's going to be sitting there next turn, and hopefully it's not going to interfere with this supply trace. Then we can attack with everything around this, which will then be an out of supply unit, unless the Germans do something about it. Yeah, I'm going to stop. I've realised that, if this had counted, if this was, if we were sitting at D1 right now, that might change my mind. I think draw an extra 3 chits, but we're not. So, yeah, I'm going to stop. So, maybe controversial. I don't know. No hits to anybody. So it's not as if I've been harmed myself. We got rid of this card, which is quite nice. And that's it. And that's all we can do with that card, because it was just a units card. Yeah, but I think just finishing in that position is probably better. I don't know. Maybe we'd have done it slightly different. Okay, right, well that's only 28 minutes, so I think I'll push on for one more German impulse. And then probably have to leave the last pit. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what this German impulse is, if it's going to spoil. I kind of want it to still be up there. Well, if it'd been that 4 Panzer Army card, that would have been up that neck of the woods. So that wasn't. So we've activated 40th Army, right? Okay. Yeah, well, this could be quite interesting to find out what the next impulse is for the Germans. So why don't we do that, and then we can maybe put this part to bed and come back tomorrow after work and try and finish the turn off. Right. You feel okay about all that? Well, yeah, I think so. I'm a bit worried now, because I've got a backlog of footage to watch now, and after my insistence of trying to watch it back myself, so the fear is that a mistake happens and I need to fix something and you don't get to see this part because I've went on too far. Let's hope that's not the case, alright? Right, this is going to be the last bit of the day, and hopefully you get time to watch some of the footage after this. Right, let's go, German impulse. Second SS again. Okay. This Kampf group as well. Well, you know what? Yeah, that could have been worse, I think. That could have been worse. Overextended. Well, that's what they might use that event. What is that? Shouldn't really look, should I? I think we looked at that one before, so. No, I don't think we did. Overextend. If there are any cards in the Soviet draw pile, well, we've not actually. Place disperse markers on all Soviet units in 3 hexes not in Soviet support. Does not apply if the draw pile is empty or 3 hexes don't qualify. Okay, well, it's not going to apply. Which makes me worry. It's a Kampf group 2 hex radius, isn't it? Well, I'm not sure where this one's going to be. Well, it's generally easternmost, isn't it? Because I think we're going to have to find a tiebreaker. I'm not sure anything's going to happen here or not. Because these guys are spread about quite a lot. Now we've got, I want to say there's one there, 2 here, 1, 1, 1, 1. And that's it. One in the eliminated units box. No missed anybody? I don't think so. So Kampf could pick up 2 here, 2 dispersed units. Yeah. Or it could pick up 2 here. There's nothing stacked on them either. Or it could go here and pick up these 2, or here and pick up these 2. And yeah, this is a 1. So it's here, or up there. And I think, does it not come easternmost? So I think it's going to be these 2. Let's have a look. Yeah, easternmost and southernmost. So, and I would pick up units stacked with them as well, but there's no other units stacked with these. So it's going to be these 2. I'm worried nothing's going to happen here. Because that overextended isn't going to happen either. At first I thought, oh, that's good, it's not going to happen. But if it doesn't happen, we're going to be drawing another card. Okay, so it's these two units are active then? Bind Soviet lines, no. Move to VP Hex, no. No. Oh, we're going to draw action cards in Grant, aren't we? I'll get them in there. Yeah, I'd rather something did happen here. So major offensive, bold attack. I cannot see that happening. Bold attack first. 1.5 times active unit stack. Yeah, it's just looking at them individually again. 1.5. It's got the engineer's combat tactic. Oh, the command value of the cards are 2, so it's not gaining anything there. I'm just thinking, obviously, right, in ascending order, we'll look at this guy first, but he's probably the weakest unit we've got around. He's a 3 and he's not got any pluses. So he's just a straight up 3. But that's only 1-to-1. There's not a minus on him. Oh, unsupported hex, I forgot about that. No, they're supported, but I need to remember that. -1 if he's in an unsupported hex. Spare state supply, command value 4 or 5 in the card, major offensive. No. I wonder if the major offensive might get these guys going from, but they're going to break restrictions maybe. Excuse me. Right, I don't think bold attacks got in and going for itself. Because it is just going to be 1-to-1, because it's only looking at the 1 unit, not the whole lot active units. So major offensive then, because that does give a -1, remember. And that's all active units, isn't it? Situational strength of active unit stack and other active units. It's going to hit 3 times. Oh, mind you, That's going to be a 2, that's 6 strength. So it potentially could happen. And I'll tell you what, there's a garrison in the way here that, mind you, oh, but we can end in dangerous around. Okay, this might work. This might actually work. So let's just double check. Major offensive. Situational strength of active unit stack and other active units greater than or equal to 3 times proximate Soviet unit stack. All active units proximate to qualifying target move adjacent to target and attack. Prefer target A, that's the weakest. Well, I think that's the only place we're looking anyway, is the weakest. We're looking for something with a 3. And then it may end in dangerous around. Right, okay, so if these 2 units, and it's in ascending order, so this guy could go 1, 2, 3, and this guy could go 1, 2, well, actually he's crossing the minor river there. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 into there. So they can both become adjacent to this. Let's just, no, I'm getting muddled up with that. Let's not just now. So that would be 6 against 3. But situationally, he's going to get a -1 for the major offensive card. Command by the cards are 2, supplied, defender and unsupported hex, no. Defender adjacent to supplied, no. No IP. Yeah, he gets a -1, so it's going to be 6 against 2, so he is going to achieve 3 to 1. If we can move the units, this is going to happen. So, well, let's just, the thing is they both need to move to satisfy it, and this is what this came up, this bit I've been talking about with Martin regarding the fact that it does say that the restrictions are in effect even when you're checking for proximity. So I need to be able to move both these units for this situation to be satisfied. Because if they do break a restriction, then so what restriction? Well, I think the only restriction might well be that they're going to be in dangerous round, and the card allows them to do that. Right, let's move the units as they would move, Grant. Unit 11. I've not got my page. 10.54. Where are you? Why are you not here? Right. So this guy moves first. Now, where can he reach? He might be able to reach here. Mind you, it's broken. Yeah, but it's coming along the road. So 1, 2, braking zone of control. 3, 4, 5. So he can actually reach there or there. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're the 2 possible hexes. Actually, yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, because I can't sneak in here, and I can't get down over the river here. Okay, so a hex would cause the Soviet unit to be surrounded. Well, he's actually surrounded already. That is possibly based on this unit though. So, well, that doesn't matter. It's unit 11, or he's the lead unit just now. So none of them, he would be surrounded anyway. Hex not adjacent to a German unit, yada yada yada. Well, that's going to rule out this hex, isn't it? Because this would be adjacent to a German unit, adjacent to the same Soviet unit. So that's not where he would choose, and this would not have that bit. He would be adjacent to this unit, but they're not both adjacent to a Soviet unit. So unit 11 would move to here. I'll just put that cube there. And then, well, I suppose we should just check movement restrictions there at the moment. See, this could, can that guy be surrounded? I think he can. Yeah, this could be an interesting one then. So, don't cause Soviet proximity empty garrison German VP Hex. No, I've not done that. And then, if not in dangerous round, don't end in dangerous round. I'm reading that one out now because the action allows it. So that's a no. You'll notice I've skipped the second one this time. Don't cause surrounded Soviet unit to be unsurrounded. No. And don't end mech unit and marsh hex unless only choice. And the one that's bothering me is don't cause any German unit in hex and Soviet support to be unless it's active and not yet acted, of course. That makes sense. That's great, that's there. That just totally makes sense because you think, because I was saying, no, this is interesting because I think this guy is now in dangerous round with this guy moving, and that's not part of the action on the card, you know. And I thought, yeah, but he's going to move and not care about being in dangerous round. And that's why it says, unless he's active and not yet acted. So no restrictions broken by him, I don't think. And then, so this guy can reach, well, he can't go there. He might be able to go there. I don't know. Well, he's crossing, nah, maybe not. He's crossing the minor river here. So it's actually 1, 2, 3, breaking zone of control, 4. Oh no, he can get in there. So he can go there or there. And 10.54 is going to break it to yeah, no, he's not going to be unsurrounded, this guy. Doesn't matter where this guy goes now because he's pushed up. The zone of control's held right around this guy, so that's fine. Okay, so a hex that would cause the Soviet unit to become surrounded. No, he's already surrounded. A hex not, right, again, get the word and changed here, Grant. A hex not occupied by or adjacent to a German unit adjacent to the same Soviet unit. So this would be occupied by a German unit adjacent to the same Soviet unit, and this would be adjacent to a German unit adjacent to the same Soviet unit. So both of them cancel each other out if you like. And then B is C is an empty hex, so he will go to this one. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, breaking zone of control and crossing the minor river and going into clear hex for 3 movement, 4 along the road, and then 2 more into the broken hex there. Just going to put that there, that's not. So that's where unit 13 should be, that's where unit 11 should be. Have they now... Oh, come on, that can't be, surely. Because with me moving this unit now from here, and we know this unit's allowed to end in dangerous round with the movement that he's made. I'm not so sure he is in dangerous round where he is, but he is allowed to end in dangerous round. And then with this guy moving down here, this guy is now in dangerous round. So I think that tells me I can't make that move. I think I'm breaking restriction because don't cause any German unit in hex and Soviet support to be put in dangerous round unless that unit is active and not yet acted. Well, this unit was active, but now he's acted. And with me moving down here, he's now in dangerous round, even though the card allows it. That's a funny one, isn't it? That is a funny one. But the restriction, I mean, yeah, the restriction's not talking about the unit itself, because if it was talking about the unit itself being in dangerous round, it says or allowed by the action would allow it to be in dangerous round. The restriction I'm talking about is the one before that: don't cause any German unit in Hex and Soviet support to be put in dangerous round unless that unit is active and not yet acted. Well, he's not active anymore because he's acted, and me moving from here to here puts him in dangerous round because this unit can go 1, 2 into there and he's surrounded. Yeah, I've got them all muddled up now. Don't know where they were. Was it that way? Or was it the other way about? Because I don't think this is going to happen. Because they need to have the 6 strength against the 2 situational strength for the situation to be a success. And I don't think that other unit can move. I'll need to double check. I can't remember if they were round that way or round the other way. I feel like it was the other way about, but okay, well, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave this one just now, and I think I might need to ask this question because I'm that far into the game now to wait on this getting uploaded. This is part 72 and I think you've only seen up to 68. There's quite a bit to get through before you get to this part. So I think I'll leave this and maybe pop a question out there trying to describe what has happened and see if it's allowed. I mean, the way I'm reading it in the rules, I don't think it is allowed. But it looks like something that maybe should be allowed because they're both active. The action card says they don't care about ending in dangerous round, you know? And that's why I'm thinking that maybe there's something to be said for it being allowed to do this, even though the restriction says that it's not. So I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. Feel you could see it being working both ways, really, couldn't you? I think going by as rules are written, then I don't think it would be allowed. Okay. Right, well, it's almost 50 minutes. What I'll do is I'm going to cut this here just now. I might end this as a video and end up just putting it out there, and if anybody wants to chime in and let me know what they think about this, what I've just been through. And it's more than likely I'm going to have to try and find the answer before I get somebody to look at this and answer it. So, yeah. I think I might. The best would be to try and post the question on BGG. It's just going to be kind of awkward to explain the situation, I think. I'll maybe need to take pictures and things. Yeah, okay. Right, okay, well, I better just leave it for the night now anyway. We've got quite a bit done the last couple of days, so I say you've not seen the most of it anyway, so yeah, so I'll probably just come back to part 73, unless I find that this can be finished quickly. I'll add it on to the end of this, and then we can start 73 afresh with my next impulse. Okay guys, right, cheers for now.